Alright, hello everybody on Facebook. I just want everybody to know that I'm a gamer. I have been my whole life, and I enjoyed all the old school games, so that's why I grabbed this particular device. And I have to say, at first I was like thrilled that I got it, and it looked great. This is the device that everyone is showing on Facebook ads, saying that it is capable of playing all the old school Nintendo games. Now, if you notice, this says 600 built-in games, which is great. Also, it shows that it has an AV output, which, for anyone who doesn't understand that, it's the yellow and red cables that are absolute shit reception in quality of the output of the video signal. Now, this game looks great. It beats the hell out of what was being advertised with the 30 built-in games months ago. However, they don't tell you that this system is incapable of saving your gameplay progress. So if you're into, the Mario Brothers or Zelda or anything like that, which unfortunately this console does not come with. There is no Zelda involved. Don't be fooled. Don't be lied to. This has no Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It has no Metroid. It has quite a lot of games missing from what you used to play when you were younger and enjoying your console. This is what I bought originally. Thought that it was great. And I'm going to show you a demonstration of the fact that I truly own what I'm showing you, that it is absolute shit, in plain English. This tells you to choose from Chinese and English, which obviously I'm going to choose English. Why? Because I am not Chinese. Here is the screen that pops up after you do that specific selection. Gives you a choice of picking Mario, Contra, Hot Blood, Turtle Adventure, blah blah blah. You go over to the 545 games and press start, or A rather. It gives you a long ass list to have to select from, which is like looking at an old TRS-80 computer when you're like focusing on it and selecting down, and it's reloading the list. As you can see, it's very glitchy and junky. I'm just going to show you one game. We'll pick, let's see, Rollerblade Racer, which I have not a fucking clue what that is, but this is exactly what my point is. When I was a young kid playing these consoles, the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, I had all these interesting games that were worth playing, like the friggin' Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart, Duck Hunt, all of that good stuff. Everything that came interestingly with the console. Now, as you can see, this is a bunch of crap. I don't even know what the hell this is. Rollerblade Racer, yeah, it's great. Look at the graphics, look at the technically incapable product that I'm showing you right now. Okay? I don't even know what the hell this all means. But this is, look at the grade of quality that you see on the numbers alone, on the junk that's going on. Alright, I'm rollerblading, it's great. This to me, if you remember the game Paperboy, this looks like a knockoff of that exact game. You would go through the driveways and deliver newspapers or whatever. That's what this looks like. So let's try to back out of this, and you can't. That's a crappy result. You actually have to physically press reset and go through all of that bullshit yet again. I selected Chinese, so that's a backwards mistake on my end. Which, even when I try to back out of that, you can't. Okay, you have to go press reset again. So this is my point. I'm shutting the power off because this thing is an absolute piece of shit. And thank God I was smart enough to go with a PayPal transaction on this, and I can tell you right now, I'm in the process of getting my money back only because I did it through PayPal, intelligently, and made this decision to not trust just buying it from the company with a credit card. Now, the other thing that I'm about to show you is what I found on Facebook through a friend of mine, and this unit, oh thanks baby, is what I bought my wife for her anniversary, and I'm going to show you why. As you can see, my son is sleeping, so I'm going to try and be a little more quiet. I'm just this excited about this particular unit. As soon as I get the proper signal sent to the TV, I'll show you. And the reason I'm doing this particular broadcast is because I have seen so many people get screwed over by this bullshit, non-compliant with U.S. standards console that's being sold for $50-$60. I actually bought 2 of them, thinking that the first one was my original purchase idea, thinking that it was going to be something great, that I would, have all the old games that I wanted to play, this and that. And like I said, I showed you the one that is on my son's TV in his bedroom, because it's the only TV in my house that is capable of absorbing that AVI signal, which is absolute junk. So I was not happy with that at all. Now here is what I recently bought as an anniversary gift for my wife, because today is obviously our anniversary, and the one that I bought originally did not have her absolute favorite game in history that she loved to play when she was younger, and it pissed me off. So I bought a second one who said it's an HDMI, it has 600 games, one of which is Zelda, The Link to the Past, and I was fooled once again by an exact same company sending me the exact same unit once again, even though it was a completely different ad. It was like another Facebook ad that said, this is a better console, it's going to give you an HDMI quality wire, blah blah blah. Again, there's the first one, okay, on the TV console. Here's the second one. This is the one that supposedly, okay, has the HDMI wire. No, it doesn't. Do you see the words HDMI on either one of those icons? No, you don't. And I opened it up. There is no HDMI wire in there. So even if it didn't say it on the box, but it was supposed to be in there, guess what? It's not. It is the exact same junk that they sent me originally. Do you see an HDMI wire involved in this? No. Nothing. The same bullshit console that I was pissed off about owning in the first place because it stunk and had zero appeal to it whatsoever for a person who's in a big way a gamer. I've always enjoyed playing video games. I've had issues within my relationships in the past and the car about video games, and that's how big into it I am. So this is getting hopefully returned, and if not returned, it'll get junked because it's worth absolutely crap to me. This one, however, as you'll see, has booted up. It is a similar looking unit, however it came with 2 controllers that are in the same appearance of the Super Nintendo controllers that came with the original Super Nintendo. And if you look, not only does this console come with Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, this other one here, Atari 7800, Lynx. Like, I can't even tell you how much of a better deal this is. Okay, Game Gear, Game Boy Advance system. It's just so much better of an option. Not only does it come with those, it is a Kodi capable device. So all of this has no appeal to you. The video package involved in it should top the cake off for you. Kodi is the way that you're able to do the movies and TV shows, all for free kind of stuff. So here's a demonstration from, let's say, Atari 2600. Okay, press start, and you get a listing of things that you're capable of doing. So I'll go through that. Okay, you press A. I'm sorry, my mistake. I'm still getting used to the use of this system, but it is that much better. As you can see, this listing is all just the Atari 2600 games. Okay, and I can, if I decide to, select a game. Okay, and it'll load. Or I can select to return to that list, okay, by pressing and holding the two middle buttons, which are start and back, which in turn gives me the ability to reverse to the original screen, all the things that you would expect to be able to do from a gaming console. This is what is making it worthwhile, worth the investment. This was $225. The consoles that you're seeing on Facebook are advertising for $60, and half of them are getting ripped off and not getting the console even in the mail, but that's besides the point. Here's Nintendo 64, Neo Geo. This is the reason that I bought this particular device. It was worth it to me for this one game. Okay? My wife's all-time favorite game. Oh, I seem to have pressed the wrong direction button, so I'm going to get back to... Yeah, no, I see that. I made the mistake of pressing to the right on the... which is also another benefit. You don't have to be at the main screen in order to select a different console type. You can just go directly on the controller itself. Okay, Super Nintendo, Football Fury. Okay, so I'm back at the console that I wanted to be on, and this particular game is my wife's all-time favorite, and the reason I absolutely settled on this particular console in the first place. Alright, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, as I showed you earlier on the other console that's up in my son's room, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot save the content that you play on that console. This one, you can. Okay, it's loading what my wife had played a few minutes ago. She played this because I showed it to her and said happy anniversary, and she was shocked. She was like, how did you get that on the TV? And I showed her, and she was like, that's awesome. So I finally scored some brownie points by buying a Nintendo console that was worth buying. Okay, this game is called Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. You can put your player name in that particular slot and save it. Okay, so this is a all 100% better deal. Just call it G. Alright, see how it saved the name? There's the way that you actually play the game on your name. Just like the old console used to do. Okay, you have to play through the, introductions or whatever. But this is why I'm saying this one was a much better deal, and it gives you the ability to not only game on, but play movies from the theaters. Your favorite movie of history. Let's say you like The Godfather, it's on there. Just look it up and it'll be able to be played. So that's why I'm telling you, this one is a 10 times better deal, even though it's a little more than double the price that they're asking for on those Facebook ads. This guy, hit me up for his name or look on any of my recommendations for this guy's name, Alex Alea, or Ayala, I forgot how to say his name. He is the one that I got this console from. It's worth every penny. This game alone is the reason I bought it, but people are complaining that the consoles that are out there that everybody else is buying and being disappointed by, they don't have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. They don't have, a couple of other games. It's just, this controller makes it so much easier to play these games because of the combination of how many consoles are on there. You can get these controllers in a wireless fashion also, even though this console only comes with the wired ones. I actually pre-existingly own a wireless one, and this is because I originally bought a box that said it did all of this stuff, and even though it did play some of them, it was much more of a pain in the neck to use and play. So now, like I said, this console makes it all worthwhile. For the $225, it's shipped directly to your door. You have no issues in worrying about if it's going to be worth paying for, because the guy 100% money back guarantees the quality and the shipping and everything involved. I got this in one day. I kid you not. I had it sent to my in-laws' house, thinking that it was going to be, smarter to have it sent there just in case she was home and received the package before me. It got there in one day. So if you're even considering getting any of these products, do yourself a favor. Stay away from it. This guy is the only one that I would say go to. Other than him, you're going to get screwed. Alright guys, have a good day.